these excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer. He moves, he can punch, he can do it all. I can't slip up and lose to this little guy. Then what will my fans think of me? What will my Mexican...
Terence Crawford no se contuvo después de firmar el contrato para peleo contra Canelo Álvarez. Lo dejo claro. Viene a sacudir el mundo del boxeo. Soy una amenaza para él y su legado, declaró confianza. Como un peleador que ha dominado múltiples categorías de peso, Crawford cree que su evolución, que dejó en peleador, está entrando al ring para demorar su grandeza a costa de Canelo.
Canelo, he likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable, and despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most, and maybe Crawford can hit him with some unexpected shit. And because of the repetitiveness of Canelo, maybe he can time him, maybe he can counter-punch with him, because Crawford is unbelievable at that. But I'm fascinated to see if Crawford has the power to get the respect of Canelo Álvarez, because when you don't, it's a long night. It's not nice. Like Crawford did well against Madrimov, and he won that fight for me quite clearly, but Madrimov was countering him. If you can counter the counter puncher, you can give them a lot of problems when they're not used to that, and Canelo can counter people really well. And as great as Terence Crawford is, we've never seen him in there with someone with the power of Canelo Álvarez. This is a different world of power. And look, maybe Canelo doesn't throw as many shots as he used to, and maybe Crawford might look at that and go, you know what, I'm going to try and outpoint this guy, not get into a war with him, but just show my boxing, genius, and outpoint him and outland him. That's possible. It is. This is why this is such a fascinating matchup, man. We've been treated to some amazing fights. Usyk Fury, for example, this is another one of those.
Con la pelea oficialmente confirmada, los expertos en boxeo la ven como un fascinante choque de estilos. Canelo Álvarez es conocido por sus potentes combinaciones bien cronometras y su elite contragolpe, lo que lo convierte en un oponente peligroso. Por otro lado, la imprevisibilidad y presión de Terence Crawford podrían crear controversialidades si logra inconsistentemente, si logran versar el momento adecuado contra Sinade. Sin embargo, la gran pregunta es si Crawford de ganero suficiente poder para ganero, si no podría ser una nochecita para él, aunque Canelo tiene la fuerza y la experiencia en categorías de peso más altas, la brillante técnica y capacidad de adaptar.
Being honest, and I think what he has done in his career, he's proven everything, right? His resume is unbelievable. And if you want to make 100 million to fight Jake Paul, right? Like the thing is about Canelo, and don't tell any lies. He's very transparent, right? He's not going to try and justify this fight to you that, no, what I'm doing it to bring boxing to a wider audience. No, he's doing it for a sackload of money. So whenever you opponent forward to Canelo Álvarez, his question is, how much? And he's a businessman at this stage in his career, right? And at the end of the day, someone is offering him whatever it will be, 80 million, 100 million, 120, to fight Jake Paul. A fight in which there is absolutely no risk. And by the way, you can't criticise Jake Paul, because the criticism for Jake Paul has always been, when are you going to fight someone decent? Well, guess what? He might be fighting Canelo Álvarez. I don't hate it. I'll be watching.
Maybe time to give up the belt still? That's the fight to take.
Yeah, maybe.
El promotor de boxeo Eddie Hearn opinó sobre la posición actual de Canelo en el deporte, afirmando que Álvarez ya se ha probado asimismo y no necesario justificar una pelea contra Jake Paul. Según Canelo, ahora está más enfocado en el necesario y con una posible bolsa de más.
In boxing, no one's surprised that a fight like that's getting made. And I know you've gone out and said you do respect Jake Paul for getting in there. Canelo's a totally different beast to, you know, a definitely out of his prime Mike Tyson. Just talk about how much respect you would have for Jake for taking that fight.
Only respect because of the money. I mean, he's not doing it for free. He's not doing it because he wants to prove himself as a great fighter. He's doing it for 100 mil as well, or whatever he's getting.
It's a very, very scary match.
It's dangerous, and he's going to get spanked.
How many rounds?
However many Canelo wants it to be. I mean, the only thing is, Jake's going to be a lot heavier and bigger. But you're not, listen, no disrespect to Jake's ability as a fighter. He's fighting Canelo Álvarez, who is one of the top fighters in the world. So, like, he's going to get spanked, but he's going to make a lot of money whilst...
Hearn también defendió a Jake Paul reconociendo que muchos lo han criticado por no enfrentarse oponente de alto nivel. Ahora que se estaba considerando una pelea con Canelo, Paul finalmente estaba dando un gran salto. Sin embargo, Hearn fue brutalmente honesto. Jake no tenía ninguna posibilidad real de ganar. Canelo es un peleador peligroso, y Jake perderá de manera humilante, admitió Hearn, pero, a pesar de la derrota que segura, Paul se llevaría una enorme suma de dinero.
Nothing really. I mean, it was all very sudden, wasn't it? Is it in relation to the Jake Paul fight? I don't know. I mean, look, Canelo, I'd say always, Canelo don't care, right? Give him the money and he's going to fight. He doesn't really have, and this isn't a negative towards him because he makes it clear. He has no loyalty to anyone, right? None to me, none to PBC, none to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Pay me the money, I will fight whoever you want me to fight. That's basically it. So, I guess the talk was a Crawford fight. Now it looks like the Jake Paul fight is done, by all accounts. So, does that make the Crawford fight less appealing? Because he's kind of moving into that world now. And I don't blame him, because he's going to make an absolute fortune to punch Jake Paul. And I don't mind the fight, I've got to be honest with you. Like, I've given Jake stick over the years because he's done some things that I didn't like, and I'm just being honest. But you have to respect him for taking the Canelo fight. He's doing that because there's a huge amount of money on the table, but I don't mind seeing it. So yeah, I don't know I've no idea whether it's in relation to that or whatever. I've not had one conversation about it, but certainly, you know, Canelo moving into that world, if you like, changes things perhaps into...
Ha siempre un día y Hearn confirmó que la pelea entre Jake Paul y Canelo Álvarez estaba siendo discutida seriamente. Aclaró que Canelo siempre está dispuesto a pelear si la paga es adecuada. Dale el dinero a Canelo y peleará contra cualquiera, dijo Hearn. Y así Turki Al-Sheikh u otro promotor haciendo la pepcio. Está claro que Canelo está abierto a pepcio haciendo la pepcio. Pepciendo con un gran...
We know decided to pull the plug on the Canelo-Terence Crawford fight September 13th at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas, due to the fact that Canelo Álvarez was trying to do a side deal outside of his 3-fight deal with Turkey Al-Sheikh in Riyadh season to fight YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul May 3rd. Turkey Al-Sheikh wasn't happy with it. And so with that said, instead of getting the 2 Hall of Fame iconic fighters, first ballot Hall of Famers, in Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez in September, Turkey Al-Sheikh decided, well, okay, well, I'll find a new super fight for Terence Crawford and we'll take the deal off the table for Canelo Álvarez. Canelo Álvarez then decides, nope, he and his team pick up the phone. They have a conversation with Turkey Al-Sheikh. And Turkey Al-Sheikh and Canelo come to a 4-fight deal that's going to cancel the Jake Paul fight May 3rd, Las Vegas at the T-Mobile. And is now going to see Canelo Álvarez possibly face William Skull, the IBF undefeated Puerto Rican champion, at 168, May in Riyadh.
Señor Canelo Álvarez estaba considerando pelear contra Jake Paul en mayo, mejor también discutió na posible pelea con Terence Crawford. Sin embargo, Turki al-Sheikh, presidente de la Autoridad General de Entretenimiento de Arabia Saudita, supuestamente no estaba contento con la idea de que Canelo pelear contra Paul. Como tituló, la pelea Canelo visoritrara contra Paul en septiembre.
All right, so news got leaked that Canelo Álvarez and Jake Paul in May.
What?
That, yeah, like, so you got people that think it's a rumor. I can confirm that it's not a rumor. This is something that we've known for a long, I'm going to say we've known for about 3 to 4 weeks.
That's not gonna be a real fight, though. Who? So that means Bud ain't happening.
No, they talking about Bud in September. Canelo, Jake Paul in that.
If he fight Jake Paul, he ain't gonna fight Bud. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. He gotta go up for Jake Paul. He gotta go up for Jake Paul. Jake Paul not coming under 200 pounds. You understand? Canelo gonna do the same thing Roy did to his body. He gonna go up and bring it back down, 68? Fuck no. He gonna do the same thing Roy did against Charles.
Desartolo de boxeo Greg Hackett también compartió su opinión sobre la pelea rumoreada entre Canelo y Jake Paul. Desartó la idea de que solo fuera un rumor, afirmando que hubo discusiones reales detrás de escena. Sin embargo, también hizo una fijación internate. No cree que Canelo deba pelear contra Crawford.
All right, let's do this. Canelo versus Crawford confirmed. Not a rumor, not speculation, not he said, she said, or someone leaking the story. Confirmed. And I guess the confirmation doesn't get much more rock solid than the Ring Magazine putting this story out first. Ring Magazine, obviously owned by Turkey. Turkey would have been the one to put this deal together, and Turkey would have had to give the green light for the Ring Magazine to even put that story out. That's as confirmation as you need it. That's it. The fight will happen in September. Touch wood, no injuries. Wow. Easily the biggest fight of 2025. I said a few days ago, Benavidez Morale was my most intriguing fight of 2025. Obviously, that's now been put down to second place because this has been announced. Nothing can be announced to top.
Jake Paul no estaba contenta con la cancelación de su pelea contra Canelo. Se desahogó en Twitter diciendo, Última hora Canelo Álvarez me esquivo Jake Paul. Ahora sin esclavo sin respeto por el orgullo del pueblo mexicano que lo apoya en EEUU. No es sorprendente. En toda su carrera no ha hecho nada por el boxeo, fuera del ring. Yo soy la nueva cara del boxeo. Paul continuó diciendo que la pelea más grande de 2025 no podía suceder sin su nombre involucrado y respondió a sus críticos. Tengo 28 años, estoy en la pelea más grande de la historia del boxeo y soy mi propio jefe. Todos ustedes, haters, quieren verme fracasar, pero Dios tiene otros planes. Tras la cancelación de su pelea con Paul, Canelo Álvarez firmó un contrato de 4 peleas con Turki al-Sheikh, marcando un gran cambio en su carrera y abriendo la puerta a muchos combates masivos.
Said that you'd like to go up against Canelo Álvarez. What gives you the right to call out a 59-2 boxer, one of the greatest of all time, when you've not yet proven yourself?
I'm predicting what's going to happen 3 more years from now.
So I'm
going to get to his skill level and beat him. I have one of the greatest self-belief systems in the world, and I know what I'm capable of, and with this new team, I can give Canelo a serious run for his money.
Would you ever do like exhibitions like that, or like people like Jake Paul call you out, or these like other big stars? Like, is that business-wise like even worth it?
When I'm done with boxing, why not? Maybe I do it. I think it's
like when you're done like competing at the highest level, you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's good because what happened there is other people who never watch boxing, or they don't know anything about boxing, they wanna watch Jake Paul because he's coming from he bring fans from other world, right? Yeah. That's good because everybody enjoy it.
Would you ever entertain that idea when you're done?
Maybe.
Este nuevo acuerdo señala un cambio importante en la carrera de Canelo. Al asociarse con nuevos promotores, ahora tiene social oportunidades aún más grandes y peleas de alto perfil.
Just a few weeks ago, you heard what Terence "Bud" Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Álvarez.
I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just, you know, just like to, you know, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'll be the biggest fight, which, you know, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him testing himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the war room can get behind.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, there's, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you know, you never know in boxing.
El analista de boxeo Showbiz de Adult opinó sobre la situación, diciendo que la especulación en torno a la próxima pelea de Canelo ha sido intensa. Aunque la participación de Jake Paul pareció cambiar la conversión, los informes Arjo confirman que su pelea está descartada. Eddie Hearn no ha descartado una pelea entre Canelo y Crawford, pero la constante promoción de Jake Paul sugiere que que su pelea con Canelo podría ocurrir ya llega a suceder. Paul afirma que será un activo histórico, incluso más grande que las peleas de leyendas como Mike Tyson.
Influencer versus pound for pound great being the hang up in the fight, being the one that stops the momentum. Because it's not happening. There is no world.
Okay, then let me ask you this.
May I be struck by lightning right now if this is possible?
Does
a lightning bet.
If this happens,
There's just no way. There is no way.
Wait. If what happens? If the fight happens, or if the upset of the century happens?
If Jake Paul derails Terence Crawford versus Canelo by beating Canelo,
then you book Jake Paul
chance.
versus Terence Crawford.
Zero.
Okay, let me ask you this. If that fight ends up being close,
yes,
a lot of people are going to watch that fight, right? A lot,
because I think a lot of people are going to want to see Jake Paul lose, and
100%. Canelo's going to do this. Canelo would do this, and we're just talking.
Let's backtrack to your first question, which is interest. I'm very interested because, as I've long said, I'm on this corner. I only care about Jake Paul in spectacles. It would be an absolute spectacle to see a pound for pound. First, he did Mike Tyson, which, and I'm not going all the way back, but I'm saying in his most recent outing, Mike Tyson, an all-time legend, a pop culture icon versus Jake Paul, is a spectacle. Now you're going the opposite direction to nearly in his prime. We'll say maybe like he's on the back nine, but he's still close to his prime. He's still a top 5 pound for pound on pretty much anybody's list fighter. Going against Jake Paul, I'm in for the spectacle. I'm in. I don't think Jake Paul has a chance in hell, but I'm in for the spectacle.
And how long has he been beating the drum on this? He's been saying he's going to do this forever.
Turquía Al-Sheikh recientemente lanzó un video en el que habló sobre de 4 peleas de Canelo como parte de los eventos de boxeo de Riyadh season.
Be great. That'll be 3 times. If you go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said, chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo. 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights where he still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness. But I mean, he already done something that's never been done. Charlo don't want none of that smoke.
Like Terence Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Pidió a los fanáticos que no pasarán por alto este grande glitchelo. Enfatizó el impacto positivo que estos eventos están teniendo en el boxeo. Con la participación de Al-Sheikh, las promociones de boxeo, número una season, está entrando en una nueva era.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying like, hey, you know, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Madrimov. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, you know, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight, or I'm not fighting. I'm done.
Why? What he got to prove to Boot? Boot time to take over and start beating the guys around him. Prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight Benavidez next. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it as high as I could go. I'm done.
That'd be crazy.
Mientras tanto, la leyenda del boxeo Roy Jones Jr. compartió sus pensamientos sobre el esperado en Canelo Álvarez y Terence Crawford. Cree que si Canelo sigue la estrategia correcta, saldrá victorioso. Sin embargo, si comete cero, Crawford tiene las habilidades para provegios y levers la victoria. Eso es todo por el video de Juan. Mantente atento para más actualizaciones y no olvides suscribirte para seguir las últimas noticias de boxeo.